run your own program. Guys, this is one of the most important things you must understand about yourself. Do you understand your own program? Because here's the thing, everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs that person to push them into becoming a better person. You think the Nick Sabans of this world became Nick Saban from the jump? No! See, everybody needs to understand how to run their program. They need some type of knowledge of understanding their guidelines. But a lot of you guys sit here and think, oh, I'm just running. I'm just living life. I don't need a coach. I'm just cool. I'm just enjoying life, you know? I don't give girls any boundaries. I don't have standards for myself. I'm just enjoying life. Brother, we're not in the 70s, bro. Let's be real. And the truth is, I want you guys to understand this. From my experience, I had to go through failure and failure and failure and fail. I had to fail 1,000 times because it was necessary for my growth. Do y'all hear me? Failure is what I needed. And the truth is, when you sit here and you're okay taking the standard of your life with no guidance, you have a problem. But one thing I want you guys to get coached on today is knowing thyself, knowing thy program. So your number one rule you have to understand is know thy weaknesses. Where are the holes in your game? Some of you guys do not know how to communicate. Some of you guys, when you start talking to that girl, you get overexcited. Some of you guys get too attached. Some of you guys are too afraid to get your heart broken again. My achy breaky heart is breaky heart. Some of you guys are a little bit too afraid of that. So this is what I want you guys to understand about these moments in life. These moments that you have to experience. These moments that it's either a go time or a no time. When you know your weaknesses, you can literally turn your weaknesses into strength. One thing that I learned from playing sports and just understanding how life goes and growing through those understanding moments is that you have to understand that, yes, you have 2 points. You can focus on your weaknesses and make them your strengths, or you can understand that every person has a weakness. If you can find their weakness and make that your strength, you're going to be a well-rounded person. Oh, coach, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. And the truth is, some of you guys need to understand, communication isn't hard. If you have a problem with communicating, start talking to more girls. Start talking to more people. Scratch the girls. Just start talking to more people in general. You will become a better conversationalist. If you feel like sometimes you don't know what to say through text messages, hey, that's a weakness. I can either abide by saying, oh, I just don't be texting that much, or I can abide by saying, you know what, I'm gonna challenge myself to be more interested in the girl, rather than me trying to figure out, well, how many more questions? Okay, what's the fluidity? Am I getting a question back? Am I just texting? Am I just being the person that's over pursuing? These are big things. Fill the gaps. Your game gets better. Number 2, know thy rules. Guys, if you are a person that understands, hey, in my program, we know I'm not going for the late night outings. We're not doing that. We on a time crunch. I'm not trying to see you in the club. You feel me? Know thy rules. Know the certain rules and expectations that you are going to say, hey, this is part of my program. If you don't like it, bye-bye. See, the thing is, the truth is, nobody wants to be real about your rules. Some of you guys feel like rules are just bad. Some of you guys sit here and say, hey, I have standards, so I don't want to say my standards because if I say my standards, I feel like she's not going to want to be with me. Bro, there's nothing wrong with that. That girl is either for you or she's not. She's not. Like, this is something that I really want you guys to understand. Is just like, you have to recognize the value you bring to your program. Rules. You probably have experience. Hey, I don't like when you drunk. I don't like when you do all this extra stuff. I don't like when you go out on the weekends with your girls. I don't like the fact that you're not even a good leader. You're a good follower. You see all these things, those standards come from experience and time. If you don't know thy rules, if you don't know the rules that you're setting in your program, just understand this. She gonna play with those rules, crunch them up, kick them, and spit them back at you. So this is why you have to understand your rules in your program. Set the expectation. Let them know, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this. If you don't know your rules, you will be on the short end of the stick, looking sad and doubt, and just mad because you didn't set the rules. You didn't have the boundaries. You didn't have the respect for yourself, right? Set the rules for your program and understand that's a necessary need. And number 3, know thy player. Some of you guys go out searching for the team, searching for your players, and not knowing the builds that you like. Going for the exact opposite thing that won't even work for you. Or oftentimes, you just feel like you don't know what player style you like. Sometimes she may be tall, she may be short, she may have green eyes, she may have curly hair. Sometimes you sit here and be like, oh man, I want this build, but you naturally understand that build don't want you. A lot of you guys program, they look at your program. If I came to a school and I said, hey, I'm the #1 recruit in the whole school, whole wide nation, and I came to your school, I see trash bags, I see the couches on the floor, I see the unkept field, I'm seeing all these things, and then you expect me as a player to want to come to your program? No. So when I say know thy player, it's understanding, is that player want to even play over on the side? Over yonder. Does that player want to play over yonder? That's a real question. Because some of you guys be going for things that you want, but those things don't want you back. But some of you guys also have the go-ahead for certain players. You may get a 5'5", green-eyed, curly-headed girl. You feel what I'm trying to say? You may get a 5'2", you feel me, straight hair, shorty. Like, there's so many things that come with it. But I want you guys to understand, if you don't understand what you like and what you don't like, your program will always be at the mercy of you not knowing what you like. And that's going to be on you, because you're going to be frustrated. You're going to say, man, I hate these girls. I don't like these girls. They don't like me. No, you just playing. You just going after the wrong players. You got to get you a Kobe. You got to get you a LeBron. You got to get you a Shaq. You got to get you an MJ. You got to know how to play the rules. You got to get you a AI. Sometimes you just got to know what you need in those situations. But if you stay here, you're like, oh, man, I don't know what to do. Come on now. Lock in. Know thy program. Understand the things that you have to know. Understand your weaknesses, right? Understanding your rules, the things that you accept, the things that you don't accept. And understand your players. Know what you like. Know what you need for your program to succeed. But believe it or not, class is closed.